When was the last time you were at a themed restaurant? Whether it's the Rainforest Cafe, Margaritaville, or even the Hard Rock Cafe? Well, the data shows that it's probably been a while because themed restaurants are dying across the globe. Now, this is for a whole multitude of reasons that we are going to be getting into today because we'll be visiting every single themed restaurant I could find to figure out what the heck is going on. It's my first time going to a lot of these, so this is going to be a lot of fun. So without further ado, grab your popcorn and let's do this. The first themed restaurant we're going to be visiting is none other than Rainforest Cafe, which, to be honest, I've never been here before. I'm very excited. At their peak, they had 59 restaurants. Now they just operate 16. If you've never heard of Rainforest Cafe, the origins are quite interesting. Its founder in 1994 wanted to create a place where basically they had a bunch of animatronics and then also some forestry, jungly theme that they can then serve food out of, and thus then was created Rainforest Cafe. And because they're in a lot of expensive tourist areas, they had to shut down, especially post-COVID. But this is one remaining in Atlantic City, so we're gonna go inside right now and figure out why they're failing. Because it seems like a really pleasant time. There's birds chirping in my ears, they got music playing, vibes are high. But is the food good? Is the ambiance good? Is the service good? Let's find out. So we entered and we were met with like a fire alarm. I'm sure you could hear it through my mic, but it's so loud. Plus there's music playing. It's so unpleasant. Already I can see why they're plummeting. How do you not have this fixed instantly? Just kill the alarm. Anyways, this is what the bench looks like. We have our gorilla friend here. It's all jungle themed, so it is kind of fun. And then over here, we even have an entire toucan forest area with smoke coming out and such. And we even have a mini photo booth here that you can go inside of. All of their seats are different animal legs. It says, as part of your dining adventure, experience a true rainforest simulation with thunder and flashing lightning. I wonder if that's what this is. Okay guys, we just sat down at the Rainforest Cafe. The theme is very fun, honestly, to be around. We're sitting next to some sort of like waterfall fountain thing with Zeus holding up the world. We're under canopies of trees and stuff. I see gorillas, I see parrots, I see butterflies. Really good vibes. They initially had that fire alarm going off, which was just ringing in my ears. I thought it was part of the simulation of like the thunder and lightning because I've never been here before, but it ultimately stopped. We actually saw the fire chief come in, so it obviously was a much bigger issue, but they still sat us down. We are here. I'm gonna get the drinks. I'm gonna ask for their recommendation because ultimately I wanna get their best food. We're gonna eat it and we're gonna decide if this place is good or not. So far though, ambiance-wise, outside of that very creepy Buddha-looking dude with the flashing lights, it looks like one of those Nickelodeon's Legend of the Hidden Temple Olmec head figures on the wall there. But this place is pretty cool. So let's await our drinks, let's await our food, and then we can form a little bit of an opinion on this place. I mean, what's good here? Like, what would you recommend?
The barbecue bacon burger, or if you want chickens, then go Bimini chickens there.
All right, so I just got my drink now and I put in my food order. The waiter recommended I get the Bimini chicken sandwich, which is like some glazed hot honey Caribbean style rainforest themed burger. Excited to try that. We're gonna get the food and let's see if this place is any good. So far though, I'm gonna be honest, and you could tell nobody's in here, so I could see why this restaurant is suffering because just nobody's going to this place. If you're in a touristy spot that's also dying, wait, why'd the lights just get low?
I think the real simulation's starting.
Whoa. Okay, the actual simulation of the thunder and lightning is right now. And you see the butterflies moving now. All right, good. I think the storm has ended. That was pretty intense. Even the butterflies were moving because they were trying to get out of this. I guess it's cool. So they just do that on repeat every like 15 minutes. Okay guys, the Bimini burger or chicken sandwich has now arrived. It's drizzled with hot honey and is a nice piece of fried chicken actually. It's pretty solid, pretty big. Fries, coleslaw, and a pickle. I don't know if you could pick up this sound, but there's some like, is that a monkey echoing in the background? There's some like animal noise happening that I've just picked up. So they're really adding to the ambiance. There's just a lot of different sounds coming in. I will say though, it's very relaxing being next to this rock and fountain. It's like white noise happening, so I do like that. Overall though, good vibes. Gonna try the food out. Let's see if this is any good. Because what is a restaurant without its food? In the best way possible, it tastes like a school lunch chicken sandwich. I don't know if it's like the buns, maybe like the breading that they're using on the chicken, but it very much reminds me of like cafeteria food. Pay $2, but then you get like a chicken sandwich. What about the fries though? They look like they're like seasoned with some like Asian maybe? Good, not great. Glad I got it, glad I tried it. Will not be getting it again, but I am gonna try dessert still. To just finish up the Bimini chicken sandwich, as mentioned, pretty solid overall. Not something I would like be sprinting back to, but it was good for what it was. But I'm most excited about the sparkling volcano. It's a rich chocolate brownie and chocolate cake, stacked up pie, and it looks to be dressed up pretty fun, almost like a tree. So I think that's really gonna ring things home, and we can ultimately decide and give a rating on Rainforest Cafe before then going to the gift shop. Guys, this is the sparkling volcano at Rainforest Cafe. If it was my my birthday, this would be the biggest celebration. Look at this thing. I don't know how expensive it was because they don't show the price, but I have 4 individual scoops of, I think, different flavored ice cream. And then I have 3 to 4 layers of brownie and mousse topped with the fudge sprinkles and then this sizzler right here. I think it's meant to look like a volcano with the tree, and then I don't know what this white stuff is. But overall, really cool dessert right here. Excited to dive into this and give it a try. This just really increased Rainforest Cafe's value because now it's become a good place to have a birthday or something because I think it's a lot of fun. I'm just gonna go straight in here. Whoa, it's like a lava cake on steroids. I was hoping it'd be warm because I was expecting molten lava cake, but it's just a cold brownie. Still good. Let's try the ice cream. Good, and it has these like sugar rocks. It's almost like a prehistoric vibe it's giving. Let's try it all together. One big bite here. Very good. And it's served on like a stone plate as well. Just sticking with the natural themes that they got going. Good job, Rainforest Cafe. All right, so we just finished up a Rainforest Cafe. Pretty solid meal overall, but now we're going through the gift shop. A restaurant with a gift shop is always a little bit charming just because you never know what you're gonna find in here. A lot of plushies. Basically everything's a plushie here. Why is there Dora merch at a Rainforest Cafe? Is that what Dora looks like now? They've totally Pixar'd her. Kind of made her more like anime with the big eyes. A little PlayStation over here too. I feel like I'd break that chair. I'm not even gonna try to sit on that. I do wanna buy something here, so I'm gonna look for something cool, a little trinket, maybe a cute stuffed animal, something that I can ultimately walk away with so I can remember my experience at the Rainforest Cafe before they're all disappearing, because there are 16 left, that's it. I found our guy. So this is like the logo of Rainforest Cafe, hands on the hips, a gecko? I'm gonna go for it. Good vibes, just finished up at Rainforest Cafe. I got Mr. Rainforest himself. Really good time in there. I'm gonna give Rainforest Cafe a solid 8 out of 10. Really good experience. The food's whatever, but overall, you've just good vibes in there. I really like being in a nice rainforest, one of the forgotten ecosystems of the world. Let's move on to the next themed restaurant, see if they deserve to have their downfall as well. Moving on. If you can't tell by the beach chair already, this next themed restaurant we're gonna be looking into is Margaritaville. Margaritaville, of course, is owned by the late, great Jimmy Buffett, who made the famous song in the 70s called Margaritaville. From it, he spun it out and made restaurants, stores, even themed hotels. So we were at the restaurant in Atlantic City. It's one of the only remaining ones left on the East Coast. They had 32 locations at their peak. Now they have just 27. This one remains. They have a lot of popular dishes here. I believe their seafood's good, their nachos, their margaritas, of course. So we're gonna go inside, check out things like their gift shop, their food, just the ambiance in general, and see why they're found. It's hard to get out of this chair, even as a 6'7" guy. This must be like a 10-foot chair, just proportionally to me, of course. I've always hated these things. These are like the worst tourism things, because think about how many people's faces have been in this. Also, nobody's face is shaped like that. That's like Humpty Dumpty, quite literally an egghead. All right, let's get a table. Okay, so we just sat down at Margaritaville. Vibes are high, very tropical. We have a chill bar. We have a tiki bar behind us. There's a stage that I guess people come and sing on. Very nautically themed as well. Anchors, wood chairs, everything's just like fitting the theme. So this is a lot different from Rainforest Cafe, despite the fact that they were capturing the same sort of foliage plus bird/animal nature of it. This one seems a lot more relaxed. Get a drink, get a cocktail, go to the casino afterwards, maybe get some fish, probably more fish focus I'd say here. So taking a peek at this menu, I think the volcano nachos look pretty solid. I believe that's what they're known for, so I'm gonna go ahead and ask the waiter what his recommendation is because I want to give Margaritaville a fair chance, of course, so I'm gonna see what their like token item is and we'll be ordering that. I'm not gonna get a margarita, but if you do like to drink, then I guess a margarita is probably the main thing to get here, but it's way too early in the day, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get a food item, but maybe we could just show a picture of what the margaritas look like. This menu might be the most robust so far because you have your starters, salads, entrees, burgers, sandwiches, desserts, and there's like a good amount, a healthy amount of each of them, and it's like mainly fish-based, I'd say. And then, like I said, they have a lot of frozen cocktails. Just got our drinks, and I just went ahead and put in volcano nachos for our food, which is their most popular item. It's like a massive tray of nachos. It's like $27, so hopefully this is very good. This is actually the second volcano item in this video. If you'll recall from the Rainforest Cafe segment, I got a volcano dessert with like the sparkler in it, so very volcano themed. I guess like volcanoes are kind of cool, so you want to just like make food items that look like it. We'll see if this looks anything like a volcano, and we're gonna see if it's better than the dessert volcano at Rainforest Cafe. But so far, good start, really nice server, love the ambiance, iced tea is pretty solid, so let's see how the nachos are. One thing I'm noticing about Margaritaville is that the patrons here tend to be a lot older than any of the other themed restaurants. I would say the average age is probably 55 plus, so we're getting to senior territory. I don't know if that has to do with the fact that Jimmy Buffett was in like the 70s and 80s. Something about this place just calls the old people in, which I love. It's good vibes in here. here with the old people, not a lot of screaming or anything. You don't have like younger children running around, so it is like very relaxing. That might add to the ambiance actually. So I think I'm feeling a little bit more relaxed because I'm with some of the seniors. Okay guys, this is what the tray of nachos looks like at Margaritaville. Packed, probably like 3,000 calories worth of nachos, stacked pretty high. I think it's called the volcano because the guac and the sour cream erupt at the top and then it just like leaves the debris of jalapenos and pico de gallo. This is what it looks like. I'm going to take a bite of this. I don't even know where to start though because it's such a massive mound of nachos. Let's try to get some of the ground beef and beans. I literally don't even know where to pull from. This is so big. Here we go. Here's the juicy bite. See if it's any good though. I always prefer a chicken nacho, but these are solid. All right, guys, got into these a little bit. To be honest with you, not my favorite. I think the chips are pretty stale, and I just think the ingredients on top, it's like Dollar General guac, and then I don't even see any meat on it. The beans also are kind of non-existent. Not my favorite. Also, I just don't like when nachos don't cover every single chip with toppings, so you just have like a massive cheese on top, and then underneath is basically nothing. Maybe that is like the volcano nature of it, how it's like up top is all the action, then on the bottom. So I don't know if they're just staying true to the ecological truths of the volcano, but nonetheless, definitely not worth it. I think this is the worst food so far. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this a pretty low rating, honestly. Even with the ambiance, this kind of just ruined my stomach. So I'm gonna say this is like a 4 out of 10. Margaritaville, at least for the volcano nachos, probably not worth it. So just like most themed restaurants, they have a gift shop in here with all Margaritaville themed things. So I'm gonna take a look around and try to buy something to commemorate this experience. Just not anything nacho related. Let's look around. What's a good thing to get in Margaritaville? This parrot. I think it's broke. Let me try this one. All right, so it says press here, but none of these parrots actually have any functionality. So I think they're all either broke or they just don't want to talk to me. So I won't be getting this. Could get some glasses. Ooh, some Crocs. Oh, it's like an official Croc too. I wonder how much these are. I did not know that Croc collabed with Margaritaville. So because Margaritaville actually had the coolest gift shop by far so far, because they have an actual Crocs by Margaritaville collab, it's really cool with all the different details on it. I think it's even like a moss. So even though the nachos were garbage, some of the worst nachos I've ever had, this is one of the coolest items I've ever gotten out of a gift shop. So all in, Margaritaville as a themed restaurant plus store, I'd give it like a 7 out of 10. If we're just going for the food, 3 out of 10. The next themed restaurant we're taking a look at is Medieval Times. Medieval Times, there's 10 of these in the United States and there's one in Canada. And this is basically a medieval themed restaurant slash experience in which you go inside and have a 4-course meal in which you get stuff like chicken, I think potatoes, corn, and some dessert, while you watch people joust on horses and an entire medieval experience. In terms of performance, revenue-wise, cost-wise, things are going great. They're not closing any locations, so there's not a true downfall, so to speak. However, there's a lot of pressure because the workers here are doing a ton of stuff. And so there's been a lot of unionization and a lot of labor concerns around it because they don't feel their compensation matches what they're actually doing. Let's go inside though and see what this is all about and whether or not it deserves to be on the chopping block. This is a hacked show at 5 o'clock on a Saturday. Apparently between the 10 castles, they get 72 million visitors per year and they're not open on the weekdays. All right, we're officially in Medieval Times, so we just went ahead and checked in, got our crowns. We're sitting at table 4, which is gonna be rooting for the red and yellow knight. Hopefully that's a winner. I'm feeling good about it. The main hall is gonna be behind us, but before we go in, even though the show's about to start, I just wanna kind of see what's happening here, see what merch they got and things like that. What's cool is a lot of people are dressed up. So the employees are dressed up in like a red robe. I think it's like medieval servants maybe. It's really fun here. It seems like people are having a good time with coming in and just indulging themselves into the experience fully. I think I'm gonna go ahead and buy a sword. That seems very medieval to purchase, thank you. Sword acquired.
I'm a personal fan of axes.
Yeah? Oh, oh wow, wow, that looks so cool. Ooh, oh wow, oh, thank you for showing me that. All right, well, I'll stick with my sword right now, but maybe on the way out, I'll pick up one of those. Cool, thank you. Just picked up my sword, so we're ready to go into the Hall of Peralata. I like it here. I'm having a good time here. I'm ready to go in though, and we're gonna be with our entire section, and I think it's kind of like 1v1v1. There's like 6 different teams, and you ultimately want your knight to win by like hitting them off their horse. So we're about to go up to our section right there. I think the show has begun. It's a little bit dark up there, but it looks like a good time. So let's go into the red and yellow section and begin our Medieval Times experience. All right, we just arrived. We put in our order. I think we have tomato soup to start, but it's crazy in here. Woo! All right, so that's the enemy. We're the red and yellow, not yellow, so we want him to go down. Woo! This is our guy. Our guy's about to come out. Oh, he's bald, he's bald, he's bald. Let's go! Bald Knight. So there's 4 courses we get. First thing we got is a little cauldron of tomato soup here. And then we have a mug of Diet Coke. But you can also get this filled with any drink you want. Beer, lemonade, water, iced tea, whatever. So I think it's gonna come in courses. I'm pretty sure we get like chicken and roasted corn is like our main dish. Then after that, some dessert. But I think for the next 45 minutes or so, we're just gonna be enjoying the show, eating up our appetizers, and we're gonna see who wins. I have heavy money on our guy. Just kidding, don't gamble. Oh, let's go! He looks like a Bob. If I had to guess, his name is Bob. Now time for the garlic bread. Looks like one of those like frozen garlic breads that you just heat up and... Nothing crazy. I wonder how the people who work for Medieval Times get into it. Like, are they trained actors? Are they like more equestrian on that side if they're riding the horses? If anybody knows the details, I'd love to know. Oh, the bird's path. He's about to go right above us now. He was this close to us. They have this really well-trained bird or falcon that's just going around. Let's try to get it one more time. It's gonna come in 3, 2, 1. Wow, that's crazy. They just announced that the feast has been served, so I think that means we're getting our main entree now, which I believe is the chicken and the corn. So you'll see all the waiters up there just starting to bring the food. Let's see if it's good. So far, not gonna lie, the food is not the highlight. And what's cool is that at Medieval Times, just like during Medieval Times, you eat with your hands, so no utensils. All right, here comes the chicken. He's just like serving it like mess hall style, just going down. Thank you. This chicken is so big, look at that. And it looks seasoned and everything. But yeah, you have to eat with your hands here. It's good chicken, it's good value too. You got a lot of chicken. We just got our pictures, but I think there's been a mistake. That is not us. I don't know why I have this. Oh, here we go. I don't know why we also got pictures of somebody else. Goes so barbaric. The feast is now complete. We also got potatoes and corn here. It's just like a roasted potato. Just eat with your hands here. Oh, look, a baked potato. Good though. I'm not a big corn fan. I think corn is one of the worst vegetables, but it's definitely corn. Oh, throw here. No, he's not gonna throw it. Camera. Bob, please. No! Why won't he acknowledge me? Bob, please, I'm your biggest fan. Bob, right here, Bob. Tried to get the rose, didn't throw it to me. A little bit disappointed. I'm still gonna root for our guy though. All right, I think the games are about to begin, so let's see if red and yellow can sneak out the win here. Our guy, red and yellow, is about to go up against yellow. Let's see if they win. Right now, they're putting down this net, which makes me believe that they're actually gonna be jousting. Kind of scary and dangerous, but let's see what happens. Oh, here we go. My God, we won. We destroyed him. And just in time for the dessert, we have our eclair here. Good job, Bob. Good sportsmanship too right there. And then the eclair bite, top it all off. Not good, but we did win. All right, just finished up in Medieval Times. I'd say the food was really bad, but the experience was awesome. It was a lot of fun. It was kind of like a Broadway show for 2 hours. We got to watch our guy win. I'm leaving with a sword, got some pictures, a full belly, and honestly, a really good experience overall. So Medieval Times, I see why they're thriving as compared to some of the other themed restaurants in this video. So I'm gonna give them like a 9.5 out of 10. Not much to improve besides the food. You're not really there for the food. All right, guys, we are outside of Bubba Gump's Shrimp Factory. This is a restaurant that is, of course, brought to you from the 1994 Forrest Gump film. And for some reason, Paramount, who owned the Forrest Gump IP because they produced the film, decided to then work with a restaurant group to make the restaurant behind me. This restaurant never made sense to me, how like a single scene from a movie could evolve into 40 restaurants at its peak and now just 31. They just serve fried shrimp. I think it's overpriced. I've never been here before, but just like scanning kind of like the menu in the outskirts. This place I'm very interested about. Interestingly, the owner of Rainforest Cafe, Landry's group, also owns Bubba Gump, and they own like Del Frisco's Grill and stuff. So there's a lot of things going on here. Lots of confusion for this one, so I'm really excited to go in to see what things look like. Here we are going up. You'll see it's like very boat themed, a little bit nautical. Stadium entrance restaurant upstairs. They got their signs everywhere. You'll see this is from Forrest Gump. Okay. Yeah, 2 people. All right, we cannot take our time. We are getting pulled to our table. All right, just sat down at Bubba Gump. I didn't get a chance to like walk around too much, so we'll do that afterwards. But from the inside, looks pretty cool. It's not very crowded in here, despite it being a Saturday in Times Square. As you can see, we have a really nice view, but I'm not gonna give that to Bubba Gump. That's more so just because we're in Times Square. We're gonna place an order. We're gonna get their breaded shrimp, which I think is the most popular. We're gonna see if it's good. Curious what the prices look like. Seafood can typically get expensive real quick. Okay, so if you wanna get like the Shrimper's Net Catch, you can get a half a pound for $19. I don't know how that translates. So maybe we're gonna get that and we'll just test it out. So this entire restaurant is themed around Forrest Gump. As I mentioned, you'll see Run Forrest Run, Stop Forrest Stop. I wonder if there's like a way you use these, like you flip it when you want people to come over, like your waiter, and when you're you're done, you want the check, maybe you say stop. I might play around with that to see if it actually works in practice. Order has been placed. We got the Shrimper's Heaven, which is like a sampling of all the different shrimps. Feels like it makes the most sense to get that here at Bubba Gump's Shrimp Factory. So let's wait for it. Let's see if it's any good. It was about $30, so depending on the quantity, maybe that's fair. I'm pretty sure Red Lobster is similarly priced. Let's see. Shrimp sampler has just arrived. It looks like a shrimp tempura and then multiple fried shrimp. I don't know if there's a difference between these two. Maybe one's coconut shrimp, I guess, and the other is just like a fried shrimp. The 3 different kinds of fried shrimp. They're very hot right now, so I'm gonna let them cool down before I try it, but I will try a fry first. Fine. You know what? I'm just gonna go for it. Go for some cocktail sauce. Not as overly breaded as I thought it was going to be, which is a great thing because I like getting like a high ratio of shrimp to breading. This is what it actually looks like. I actually really enjoy this, and I think the breading's quite good too. Shrimp tempura is a really interesting choice to serve on the menu because tempura, of course, is Japanese and that has nothing to do with Louisiana. Don't know what this sauce is, but I'm gonna try it on the tempura though. I don't like that at all, but that might just be because it's tempura. I think it's just like an excuse to get some more shrimp on the plate, but I don't think it really adds anything. And then finally, we have our fried shrimp right here. Oh, let me go for this final sauce here. That was very good. There's a lot of attention to detail, which I do appreciate. So even the paper that is supporting the food, the Run Across America, Millionaire Forrest Gump, it's like all news articles that are generated about Forrest Gump. Everything is Forrest Gump branded. Look down at the table, you're gonna see quotes or now mama always said.
Why is it so long?
I'd say so far out of every themed restaurant, I'm the most impressed in terms of the detail they're putting into literally everything at Bubba Gump. So good job on that. Food is what it is. That's the review. So I believe this is Forrest Gump's living room. They just modeled it to look exactly like it. So you could sit in here. They got family portraits on the wall, the same exact wallpaper from the movie as well. It's just a cool little section that they have where there's like windows too peeking into it. Right now we're being filmed through the window, but if you back up a bit, you'll see that we are in the frames of an actual house. This is iconic from the movie. This is the bench in which he's sitting on where he says, life's like a box of chocolate, you never know what you're gonna get. I think he's sitting right here like this. They're also playing Forrest Gump on repeat right here. Just infinite streams of Forrest Gump just being had here. Tom Hanks apparently has no affiliation with this restaurant as far as I know. He might have some sort of like royalties on the back end because it might qualify as merchandise. And speaking of merchandise, we're heading to the gift shop because I wanna see something cool that I could buy here. I immediately gravitated towards a Bubba Gump ping pong paddle, mainly because I don't have a ping pong paddle. I also don't have a ping pong table, so maybe that doesn't make too much sense. I like this. My mama says I'm special. You're all special. This is quite cute. It is a shrimp, I think. Kind of looks like a shrimp. It's the logo, so maybe I get this. If I walk away with this, I'm not upset. I'll give it to my dog Bruno, and I think it'll be a good time. So I'm gonna go ahead and purchase this. This is gonna be my memorabilia from the gift shop at Bubba Gump. Let's go check out. All right, and we checked out for 12 bucks, and I have this cute little shrimp. Bubba Gump, good time in there. It's fun. I love myself a good themed restaurant. It's not like the greatest place on earth, but you will enjoy your time there. You'll have pretty mid shrimp. You'll have good service. I enjoyed the ambiance. I thought it was pretty solid overall. And the gift shop, you can get yourself a cute little shrimp. So overall, I'd give about a 7.5 out of 10. Nothing too crazy, but maybe I'm just a sucker for Forrest Gump. Let's move to the next themed restaurant. The next themed restaurant we're gonna be looking at is Hard Rock Cafe. Now the Hard Rock brand had 172 restaurants, casinos, and hotels at its peak. Now it just has about 155, as a lot of specifically the hotels and casinos went under. I think about 5 of the restaurants ended up closing. They're not necessarily disappearing at a really crazy rate, but nonetheless, there's certainly some sort of downfall happening here. If you've never heard of the Hard Rock Cafe before, Hard Rock is just alluding to rock and music because it's kind of like America, rock and roll. It got popular, I believe, in the 80s and 90s is when it kind of like took off. But now in 2025, less and less people are going to it. So let's find out why. We're inside of Hard Rock now. We are in the gift shop. So this is where we're gonna probably go after we eat. So it's cool walking through a gift shop first. It's kind of similar to the Rainforest Cafe. A giant guitar right above us. And if we follow that down, we'll get to the restaurant. Looks like they're having their World Burger Tour of 2025. So I think we have to get a burger. That seems very American, very rock and roll anyways. So that just reinforces it further. Does anybody know who this is? Or this guy?
He's the CEO, right?
They're just using randoms to promote this place. So we're going to the basement. This is like the second set of stairs to go down. They have cymbals here for the drums that you hit, I think. I don't know what that's called. And we are here. They have like old time ID tags / dog tags you could make. Maybe we'll end up getting that. And then they have a really old, maybe Harley Davidson, some sort of Moto Guzzi. Right there's a note from John Lennon. A is for something. He's just going through the alphabet. And then we also have a lot of stuff from the Beatles, just as a group and a collective. They seem to have signed something for this Hard Rock. And it goes on. There's like signed records, everything around here, so no shortage of hard rock and roll memorabilia that's on the wall. But we're here for the food as well, because that's notably the most important thing at any restaurant. Well, it's very Beatles themed everywhere. Beatles, George Harrison's guitar behind us, wall of guitars right here. Just sat down now at the Hard Rock Cafe. Massive in here. Probably seats like 1,000 people if I had to guess. It goes all the way down and back as well. We're in like a really busy part of it with the bar area right here, and then we're sitting next to John Entwistle from The Who. It's like his pantsuit, or I guess his leather jacket and pants. We're gonna check out the menu. As noted, it is the World Burger Tour happening right now, so I think it makes sense to just get the New York City burger at an American restaurant. Want to take advantage of their special tour happening right now. So let's do that. Taste the food, check out the service, check out the gift shop, and just feel the ambiance and see whether or not this themed restaurant is any good. I do like it so far though. It's cool here. Messi is a major spokesperson. This is the third time I'm seeing him, and he has his own chicken sandwich here called the Messi Chicken Sandwich. I did not realize Hard Rock Cafe had the budget to acquire arguably the most popular person in history outside of Jesus Christ. So they have big budget, they have a Messi chicken sandwich, and it says that it is actually made for you by Leo Messi. I don't know if we should get that. It feels like they're pushing it pretty hard. An entire page on the menu of like 8 pages is dedicated to it. So I'm split between getting that and then maybe the burger. All right, I made a decision. I ended up getting the Messi chicken sandwich. I just want to know if it's actually any good, because you see these celebrities endorsing things all the time. You know, let's see if he's actually behind the structure of it, the recipe. They showed him in chefware, so it must be good, right? Like if you're gonna throw your name, which carries a lot of brand value behind something, I'm just curious if it's any good. One thing about this place is there is so much stuff on the wall. There is not a square inch that isn't covered with some memorabilia, be it a guitar, be it a record, be it somebody's clothing, everywhere. Like no joke, there must be 10,000 things plastered on the walls. It's actually quite impressive. And this is just one of their 150 locations. As far as themed restaurants go, this one has way more people in it than I expected. Now it is Saturday in New York City, Times Square on a beautiful day, but nonetheless, this restaurant does not feel like it's dying at all, even though about 10% of its stores are closing. So a lot of people are still going to Hard Rock. Let me know if you guys have been to Hard Rock Cafe recently, because as far as I remember, this is my first time ever here. All right, as I'm saying that, our food actually arrived, the Messi burger, and they even note again, made for you by Messi. Messi is actually in the back right now, and he cooked up this $22 chicken sandwich, so I have to see if it's good. I mean, how often is it that you get a superstar, a global superstar, making you a 2-tiered chicken sandwich? I don't even know what's on it. I didn't even read the description, so this is just a bite, unknown bite that is about to happen. Wow, they have good chicken here. I was almost expecting fast food style crisp to the chicken. Yeah, the fries are pretty good too. Wow, good job to Messi, good job to Hard Rock. You made a pretty decent chicken sandwich. All right guys, just finished the chicken sandwich. Really good, honestly, like 8 out of 10 chicken sandwich. As far as like themed restaurants go, I thought it was really good food across the board. I mean, the fries, the chicken sandwich, that's mainly it. So our bill was pretty cheap in total because it was like 22 bucks. So the average meal here is probably around that. After we pay, we're gonna go to the gift shop, check out some of the memorabilia. I'm gonna of course get something there, and then we'll be on our way out. But so far, vibes are really good. Food was really solid. So I'm liking Hard Rock Cafe. Definitely sitting at a recommend, unless they have like crazy prices at the gift shop, but I could see this being around like an 8.5 out of 10 experience. All right, just finished up eating, and now this is the gift shop. We entered through here, so now I'm gonna actually try to find something to buy here to commemorate my wonderful time at the Hard Rock Cafe. More Messi stuff. Everything's Messi branded. He must have some fat deal with Hard Rock. I think we just keep the theme and I just get this Messi, what is it, like a figurine? Let's just make it nice and easy. Here he is in the flesh. I'm happy with that. And I'm happy with the food too, just the entire experience. I think Hard Rock as a whole is a pretty good spot if you want to go to. It's definitely not like dying. You don't feel that, especially on a Saturday in New York City. So overall, good job to Hard Rock. Pretty fair prices as well. Let's move on to the next themed restaurant. All right guys, the next themed restaurant we're looking at actually only has 3 locations left. They had 60 at one point, and this is Planet Hollywood. This is movie themed, as it notes Planet Hollywood. There's a lot of entertainment aspects, movies, celebrities, things like that. A lot of celebrities used to attend these sorts of places like Sylvester Stallone and a lot of popular actors. So we're gonna go inside. This is actually a revamped one in Times Square. So this is one of the most popular ones that exists. So let's go inside and eat some food. So they actually have a 1991 menu that has 1991 pricing, which is actually really cool in 2025. I saw like nachos for like $6, so definitely want to take advantage of that. But what a steal. If you just want to eat for cheap, come here. Yeah, so they're actually playing the movie here. The ambiance is like very space-ish, I guess. Like you see some galaxy stuff. I guess that's the planet side of Planet Hollywood. They're merging planetary, I guess, stuff with Hollywood. We just sat down here at Planet Planet Hollywood. The inside is really cool. I'm really liking the vibes of this. The staff was super nice. That guy, when we came in, was really pleasant. Even the person who brought us to our table was great. So we're just awaiting somebody to come and serve us. We'll get some drinks. We'll try out a couple of the 1991 menu items, and we'll get a gauge of whether or not this place should be disappearing. Because my initial gut reactions are that there should be way more than 3 in the world. So things are good so far. The game plan is I'm gonna get 2 things. We're gonna get 1 thing from that 1991 special menu, which is like $5 for an entire tray of nachos, and then their most popular item, whatever that may be. Just place the order. We got their world famous chicken crunch, it's called, which I think is just their chicken tenders and their spin on it. And then off the 1991 menu, we got their like Texas tostadas. Figured we get something American because it's American food. Don't know what that's gonna look like. But interestingly, that 1991 menu is just like their happy hour, available from 11 to 3. So it's not even like a one-time only sort of thing. Maybe for the month of September or something they're doing it. So really good deal, honestly, especially in Times Square, New York. You can get food for $5. Hopefully the quality is good. That remains to be seen. Okay guys, the food has just arrived. We have our world famous chicken crunch here in this really cool chicken shaped basket. And they look great, not gonna lie, like really finely battered and tendered. And the tostada looks like Texas style nachos with some pico de gallo. Looks really high quality, and all in, it was pretty cheap. We actually just got the check, and this entire meal is $24.99, which in New York City at least is a steal, especially because this thing's only $5. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a bite of each of these. I'll let you know whether or not it's good. I really hope so, because everyone here has been great, and the inside is really cool. I'll start with the world famous chicken crunch. Okay, here we go. Visually, it looks great. Let's see taste-wise. Okay, it's good. The initial bite, I was gonna say it was much better than it actually ended up being, but still like a good 7.5, 8 out of 10 as far as chicken tenders go. Just the breading is really interesting. It tastes different than a chicken tender. I guess that's why it's called a chicken crunch instead of a tender. Well, let me get one more, just to make sure. It's just pretty, it looks good. Okay, so I do like that. Now let's try these Texas tostadas. These things were only $5, so each one of these is $1. Put some of the tomatoes on it, see how this stacks up. Yeah, I like that. It's like barbecue chicken nacho, which is fire. Really impressed with this, especially for the price. Iced tea, this, that, $25. Really satisfied with the food. Good job, Planet Hollywood. Okay, guys, interestingly, I just paid, right? It looks like Chicken Guy and Planet Hollywood are possibly the same restaurant operating maybe the Chicken Guy Ghost Kitchen out of Planet Hollywood or something. Maybe they're getting their tenders from Chicken Guy. So there's a Chicken Guy next door, the Guy Fieri restaurant. So we're gonna go ahead and go in there just to compare the tenders. A little bit of an investigation, a little side quest right here before we move on to the next restaurant. That's kind of crazy. Like, why is Chicken Guy and Planet Hollywood connected? I don't think they have the same owner. If they do, that's also kind of crazy, equally crazy. Let's check it out. All right, we're leaving Planet Hollywood now, but of course we have to stop at the gift shop if they have one, because every good themed restaurant has a gift shop. Just want to get a shirt or something. Let's see what they got. All right, so far my favorite thing is this Planet Hollywood cup here. Outside of that, maybe we'll just get a pin. Very American. I think I'm gonna get this pin. All right, so here we are outside of Chicken Guy. I'm convinced that Planet Hollywood might be sharing the same tenders as Chicken Guy. So Guy Fieri, these might not actually be his tenders, or maybe they are, and then he's just licensing them out to Planet Hollywood or something. But let's go inside, just order 3 quick tenders, check them out to see if they're the same breading and everything as the ones we just had. All right, we just ordered 2 chicken tenders, so just gonna do a quick comparison, a little side by side to see what's happening here. Outside of that though, Planet Hollywood, really good time, nice people, food was really solid and pretty cheap overall as well. So Planet Hollywood, I think there should be way more of them as themed restaurants. I would give them like an actual 8.5 out of 10. Would I return? I mean, maybe if I'm in like a certain area with a lot of like themed restaurants, that at this point would be my choice for number 1. Finally got our chicken tenders from Chicken Guy. I'm standing next to Guy himself right here, posing with the chicken, which is pretty funny. The tenders notably do not look like the ones, not even close actually, to the Hard Rock tenders. So I don't know why they have the same Visa terminal or whatever it is to process payment. But let's actually give it a try, because I guess Chicken Guy is a themed restaurant. It's themed around chickens and Guy Fieri. 2 interesting themes, but let's take a bite. Actually a pretty good piece of chicken though. Guy Fieri might know what he's doing in the chicken world. It's really hard though to mess up a chicken tender. You know what, I'm gonna try the fries, because that's like a better tell of if a restaurant is good. It's a good looking fry. Yeah. Listen, I'm sorry for doubting you. Guy Fieri makes a good piece of chicken. I have nothing bad to say about this place. It's not really a restaurant, it's more of like a chicken joint, so they're not gonna be included in the rating. They're also not disappearing, they're propping up. There is no downfall to them, of course, but just note they do not have the same chicken as Planet Hollywood. All right, guys, well, those are all the themed restaurants. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what your favorite themed restaurant is and if it still even exists. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and if you wanna see more content, make sure to click here or click here. Otherwise, subscribe and we're out, and I'll see you next time. Peace.